obviously where we start is the soil, but I mean, it's a case of caring for our current vines. It's not about starting where we start with the vines. Hi, I'm David van Schalkwyk. I'm the Viticulturist here at Waterford, and it's my 10th year anniversary year this year. We need to start at our soils. So we always say we don't farm with vineyards, we don't farm with grapes, we farm with roots and we farm with the soil. So we need to look after the soil and the land that we've got. With all the conventional farming that's been taken place over the years on our soils, they have been drained a lot. So we are looking very much into the regenerative style of farming and to put back what we've taken out of the soils. We've lately introduced some cattle in our soils to bring back the animal factor in our lands, to really work on the microbial life in the soils. Obviously, bringing in just cattle out of the season when there's no grapes is not enough. So we do have different practices, sowing cover crops, using different types of cover crops, legumes, we're using some radishes, really try to get a multiculture of plants in the soil. So to get that soil life, the opportunity to feed on different root systems and really build up our soils and get some carbon back into it and get the soil alive again. Our big aim is to work with old vineyards as well. Older vineyards do produce better wines, and we really strive to preserve our vineyards to let them grow as old as possible. Being in South Africa, we've got quite a couple of challenges to growing certain cultivars old, getting clean, virus-free material. We had some challenges with root sicknesses and viruses that the vines got, but we've eliminated that quite a bit with selecting the correct rootstocks. But we do have some certain viruses that the plant do get, and which we unfortunately can't battle when the vines got it. So one of our big focuses is to create an area and a farm that's virus-free. Having old vineyards, our oldest vineyards being 35 years old, a block of Chardonnay that we've got, that's been here originally when we bought the farm. That is a very small section of the farm. Our oldest vineyards of new plantings is about 24 years old. And in that time, we didn't get as clean material, so we do have some vineyards with the virus, but it's a continuous battle to prevent the virus from spreading. Any young vineyard that we would plant, we would keep virus-free. So every year we would walk through the vineyards, we would mark out any vines that shows the symptom of the virus, and we would pull the vine out and we would interplant it immediately in the same year to keep the vineyards, the stand of the amount of vines in the vineyard constant, but to keep the area virus-free. If we've eliminated the virus, then we've got a virus-free area. Pruning is for me when the season starts, and there's a couple of focuses on how we prune and why we prune. But with pruning, it's very important to select the correct shoots. Otherwise, if you make big wounds and wounds on the incorrect places, then you can harm the vine and your permanent structure of it as well. So pruning is quite a big focus for us. It's very intensive. We use a small core team of people to do it. It does take time, but it's very important for us to really select the correct shoot and treat those the wounds that we make, so that we prevent any illnesses to get into the vineyard from pruning, and so that we can keep the permanent structure of the vine healthy. So after we've selected the right shoots in pruning, it's very important for us to, when the season starts, that the vineyard is well balanced. So that starts off in pruning by selecting the shoots and making sure that the crop is not too big. And then during season, every season differs. So the caring in the growth period does vary from season to season, and you really need to adapt to the season. One thing that's very important for us is to keep the vines balanced and as uniform as possible. So it's very important for us that there's not certain vines that's overcropping and they're all having the same balance of ripeness. So some vines will carry a bit more because they can carry more, but the initial ripening period and the ripeness of the berries within the vineyard must be as uniform as possible. And obviously to create, in our goal, the best wine and most balanced wine in the cellar.